by one.
Congratulations.
Kyle Merber, the race organizer who will wear bib number 2, will also write DT on his bib. This men's 1 mile race has been renamed the David Torrance Men's Mile. The winner will get the David Torrance Cup. Women's mile was just won by Emily Lapari out of the Boston Athletic Association, and she's continued her strong year. Won the Westchester Mile last month. Now the HOKA Long Island Mile winner.
Please report.
Here's this men's field. Boy, what a group it is. You have 2-time Olympic medalist Nick Wilson, Olympians including Ryan Gregson, Chris O'Hare,
And you're going to clap
Johnny
twice.
Gregory, who was top 10 at the World Championships this year, Pat Tiernan, a Rio Olympian, all part of this group running today.
2, 3.
Best field so far at the HOKA Long Island Mile.
I want you to do that for
Elite
3 minutes
talent.
and 50 seconds.
Record is 3:53.91 here at the HOKA Long Island Mile. It was set by David Torrance 2 years ago. Of course, the U.S. record set by Alan Webb back in 2007, 3 minutes 46.61 seconds. Deschamel Giroux back in 1999 ran the world record 3:43.13. Third year of the HOKA Long Island Mile. The event organizer, Kyle Merber, the only elite athlete to run in all 3, and there'll be a new champion. But the original champion, David Torrance, will be forever remembered here at the HOKA Long Island Mile, as this race year in, year out will be named after him. The rabbit in this race is Daniel Wynn, wearing hip number 13, 25 years old, out of Strongsville, Ohio. For the HOKA New York, New Jersey Track Club, it's Colby Alexander, who ran at Oregon and finished 7th last year at the Olympic trials. So Alexander wears 13, wearing hip number 12, the 4-time NAIA champion at Southern Oregon, California state champion at high school, and somebody who is an example of perseverance. It's Eric Avila. After high school, Avila went to NAU. He dropped out, started working a manual job. A few years later, picked running back up again. He was an 8-minute milist, and now here he is, NAIA champion and now professional runner representing HOKA Wearing hip number 11, it's Graham Crawford. Also runs for HOKA He's run 3:56 in the mile, graduated from NC State last year. Wearing hip number 10, one of the top young milers in the United States. You may not recognize him, the mullet's gone. He shaved it for charity last month. Craig Engels out of Ole Miss, 4th place finisher in the 1500 at the U.S. Championships, the SEC champion as well this year, and now running for the Nike Oregon Project. Engels wears hip 10. In hip 9, his dad ran his high school track at this high school. His dad, an elite runner in his own right. It's Johnny Gregory coming off a 10th place finish at the World Championships in the 1500. The winner at the Tracktown Summer Series final. 3rd place in the 1500 at the USA Outdoors this year. Undergrad at Columbia, grad at Oregon. Gregoric represents ASICS, now wearing hip number 8, one of our Australians in the field. The Australian national champ in the 1500 in 2010, 2016, and this year, a 3-time world championship competitor. It's Ryan Gregson out of Wollongong, Australia. Gregson represents Nike, representing Brooks, wearing hip number 7. The Brooks Beast, Garrett Heath, 31 years old, from Winona, Minnesota. He's run 3:53.15 in the mile. This year he's run 4 flat. Runner-up behind German Fernandez in the 2009 National Championships. The runner-up this year in the Westchester Mile. Wearing hip number 6, he's another Aussie, 25-year-old from Perth, representing Nike, Rio Olympian in the 5,000 meters. Sam McEntee. McEntee, a collegiate runner at Villanova, a 6-time All-American, and a 4-time Big East champ. In hip number 5, another Olympian for Team GB from Scotland,
NCAA
Representing
champion,
Adidas, it's Chris
3:30,
O'Hare.
1500 meters. Now running for the
O'Hare
Kicks
won
of
a
Adidas,
Diamond
Chris
League event at the London Muller
O'Hare.
Anniversary Games in July, a former Tulsa runner, where he was the runner-up in the 2011 NCAA Championships. And again, for the Boston Athletic Club, an Olympian for Great Britain.
Defeating the legendary King Ches.
In hip number 4, representing Nike, out of Australia, the NCAA cross-country champ in 2016 from Villanova, beating Edward Cheserek. It's Pat Tiernan. Tiernan was an 11-time Big East champion and a Rio Olympian running in the 5,000 meters.
Folks, this is a special moment on U.S. soil, all the way from Lower Hutt, New Zealand.
Now running in hip number 3. If you're just looking at Olympic medals, he's your favorite tonight. Silver medalist in Beijing in the 1500. Bronze medalist in Rio. From New Zealand, representing Adidas, it's Nick Willis. Ran at Michigan, now lives and trains in Ann Arbor. He and his brother Steve, the only set of New Zealand brothers to both break 4 minutes in the mile. He's run as fast as 3:49. And now here he is, the meet director from Dix Hill, New York, a national champ in the 800 meters in college, meet organizer, running for his friend David Torrance, wearing DT on his bib. It's Kyle Merber. Merber was an 8-time Ivy League champ at Columbia. To win today, he'll likely need to run about 3 times as fast as his dad, who ran about a 10-minute mile earlier in the day today in our community races. So your field. Hip number 1 still belongs to David Torrance, the 2-time champion. So hips 2 through 13 running today. Kyle Merber, Nick Willis, Pat Tiernan, Chris O'Hare, Sam McEntee, Garrett Heath, Ryan Gregson, Johnny Gregory, Craig Engels, Graham Crawford, Eric Avila, and Colby Alexander. And now David Torrance will be introduced.
He would then go on to graduate from Loyola High School in Los Angeles. He then went to Cal Berkeley, where he broke 4 minutes for the mile. After college, he would go on to set the American record indoors at 1,000 meters, as well as the 4x1,500 meters. He was a member of the world record 4x800 meter team and a 4-time USATF national champion with an unbelievable range from 145.5 in the 800, 333 in the 1,500, 352 for the mile, 740 for the 3K, and an amazing 13:16 for 5,000 meters. He reached his dream in Rio, where he represented his mother's home country of Peru, where he ran the 5,000 meters. His family is here with us tonight. He's an undefeated 2-time Long Island Mile champion. Please put your hands together for bib number 1, David Torrance.
David Torrance, number 1 at the HOKA Long Island Mile, now and forever. And now in his memory, the David Torrance Men's Mile. Again, your field. Kyle Merber wears hip number 2. Nick Willis wears hip number 3. Pat Tiernan wears number 4. Chris O'Hare runs with number 5. Hip 6 belongs to Sam McEntee. Garrett Heath wears hip 7. Ryan Gregson wears hip 8. Johnny Gregory wears hip 9. Then it's Craig Engels in hip 10. Graham Crawford in hip 11. Eric Avila in hip 12. Colby Alexander wears hip number 13. Daniel Wynn is the rabbit. $3,000 to the winner. The meet record, 3:53.91, set by David Torres at the inaugural race in 2015. $5,000 to any record breaker.
Thank you. Thank you 1,000 times. Thank you. Mr. Starter, if you will.
Five Olympians in this field of 12. We're off.
Let's rock and roll.
Looking to beat 3:53.91, the meet record. Remember, the leader at 1,309 meters earns a $250 leader bonus.
Crawford, Engels, Gregory, Gregson, Heath.
Right off the bat, Chris O'Hare goes out in front, and now here comes the rabbit, Daniel Wynn, moving in front of his teammate. If you notice right now, every single athlete on their bib has written DT for David Torrance. Started by Kyle Merber, the race director, and all 12 have followed suit.
3:51 pace.
On 3:51 pace through the first 200 meters. The rabbit Daniel Wynn ahead of Chris O'Hare, the GB Olympic team member, running in the semifinals of the 1500. Then it's Garrett Heath from the Brooks Beast team. Heath in second. Third place belongs to Colby Alexander, fourth to Eric Avila.
O'Hare is our leader with Wynn. Daniel Wynn doing the
Still Chris O'Hare, a Diamond League winner this year at the London Muller Anniversary Games. Coming up on 600 meter mark, 3/8 of a mile.
Gregson, Willis.
O'Hare is first.
Colby Alexander's lurking in
Heath
there.
and then Gregson. Ryan Gregson, the Australian Olympian, finished 9th in Rio, a semi-finalist in London in the 1500s. He's right in the mix.
Folks, we only have 3 more minutes together. Let's do it.
The rabbit still Daniel Wynn, taking us through our second lap of 4. Let's keep an eye on the clock. At the half-mile mark, in 2 minutes on a 4-minute pace, they expect that final lap to be the fastest.
Wynn is still doing his job.
Daniel Wynn still rabbiting. He's led them through more than 900 meters. Then it's O'Hare, Heath. Nick Willis has moved up into third. Colby Alexander's there. So is Eric Avila. It's a close bunch. The 2-time Olympic medalist, Nick Willis, right in the thick of things. And now you can see the headband of Kyle Merber popping in the middle. All in the middle here through 5/8 of a mile. 1,000 meters in the books. They did it in about 2 minutes and 33 seconds. Daniel Wynn's peeled off, so now the lead goes to Garrett Heath.
This is going to be a crazy, great finish, but they need your...
Heath now 31. Runner-up at the Westchester Mile last month. Eric Avila's coming to the outside. It's Heath and Avila along with Gregson. O'Hare's there as well at the bell lap through 3 minutes. Garrett Heath trying to take that leader bonus through 1,309 meters. Heath is your leader through the 1,309 mark. That's $250 his way.
There it is.
Now Avila on the outside. Colby Alexander representing HOKA Long moving forward, and here comes Chris O'Hare, the Olympian for Team GB. O'Hare, Alexander, first and second. Close as could be. Chris O'Hare trying to separate and make it a sweep for the BAA after Emily Lapori won the women's race. O'Hare has the lead. Willis behind him. Chris O'Hare still pushing. O'Hare holding off. Few more strides to go. Chris O'Hare wins the David Torrance men's mile at the HOKA Long Island Mile. 3:56.22.
Under these conditions,
56-second final 400 meters for Chris O'Hare. Nick Willis second as he accelerated late, 3:56.41. Johnny Gregory moved into third, 3:57.50. Craig Engels sped up into fourth place. Here's that finish again. The 2-time Olympic medalist Willis trying to chase down O'Hare, but O'Hare held him off. So O'Hare first, Willis second, Gregory third, and then Engels and Kyle Merber rounds out the top 5. Colby Alexander 6th, Pat Tiernan 7th. Great finish for O'Hare. He led the first 800, sat back, allowed Heath to do a lot of the leading for the next 600 meters or so, and then he took over at the end. Chris O'Hare, your winner. You see the top 8. Heath faded near the end. Rounding out the field, McEntee, Avila, Gregson, and Crawford. A lot of these athletes will take place in the Fifth Avenue Mile on Sunday as well. Sub 4-minute mile for your winner, 3:56 the winning time. As Chris O'Hare holds on down the stretch. He led most of the last 250 meters, held off Willis. Gregoric and Engels just left it a little too late. They were pretty far behind heading into that final lap. Couldn't run down the winner. 56-second final lap for O'Hare to go from 3rd to 1st on the final lap. How about the day for the BAA? Emily Lipari, she took the women's race. The men's race goes to Chris O'Hare. There are your women's results. Lipari 4:28.64. Chris O'Hare representing Adidas wearing the BAA kit wins the men's race.